One thing we're really not getting right now is clarity around how to structure our literacy block in the junior intermediate grades and how to organize literacy center. I see it all the time on the Facebook group. Someone shares their literacy block schedule and then it's taken down. And I know it's been taken down because missing something important, a key pillar of reading, instructional time could have been spent better somewhere else. And I know that somebody has asked that person to take down the post. Even one leading organization had written that they themselves didn't have clarity on exactly how to set up a 100-minute literacy block, but that they were trying to come up with the best way to incorporate the 5 pillars of reading. So fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, advanced phonics, phonological awareness. So when you just want to know what the right thing to do is going into it's not very comforting to know that nobody seems to have a very clear way to structure a literacy block that aligns with research. You're already doing amazing things in your junior intermediate literacy block, but that weaving in explicit vocabulary instruction, especially explicit instruction in Latin and Greek roots, is going to help your students read those multisyllable words. It's going to improve their vocabulary and then in turn their fluency, their comprehension, their oral communication, their spelling and writing. And it's why these word lists that we've created from the novels that you're already doing in your class, broken down by Latin root and frequency, are going to be a hugely powerful tool because there's so many ways that this resource can be used. When you think about the 7 traits that we want students to have, and that's part of strand A, one of them is critical thinking. And I was noticing in one of the novels I was studying, Refugee, the main character kind of goes back and forth about this idea of being seen and not being seen, being visible and invisible. And when I analyzed that novel for patterns, those words, those Latin words related to vis or vid, which means to see, were repeated so many times throughout the story. So you can see how the author's choice of language matches up with the themes of the novel. So again, promoting critical thinking with this explicit teaching of Latin. I have put together some resources that will complement that Latin root breakdown. We have 29 lessons that can be just no prep delivered to your students with student printables that go through how to explicitly teach each Latin root. So 29 lessons, as well as a 1-hour webinar that goes through the differences between Anglo-Saxon Latin and Greek roots, the different syllable types that students in junior intermediate grades are expected to be taught, as well as ways and routines that we have to teach high frequency words, decoding multisyllable words, vocabulary, spelling, all of these routines that we have that ensure we're hitting all of those 5 pillars of reading. That way you have all the resources and all the tools and the information that you need to go in and deliver a really effective literacy program to students and just to feel comfortable that you're doing the right thing. So if we charged for each lesson that we created based on each Latin root, it'd be about $120. Offering all of this, so all of the lessons as well as the webinar are offered together at $35. I'm really trying to get it as close to free as possible. If you have signed up to receive that Latin and Greek resource, you will get a significant discount, well over 50% off of that $35. So really close to free. It'll tell you everything that you need to know, give you some high impact routines that you can just repeat throughout the year, depending on whichever skill that you're working on, as well as just these no prep explicit morphology lessons in Latin that you can just, they're ready to go, that can be delivered right away. The response to that Latin root breakdown has been amazing. I cannot wait to see how it's used this year in the classroom. And if you'd like the next few days, you'll be receiving more information about those 29 Latin digital no prep lessons, as well as the webinar teaching everything you need to know about how to deliver those lessons. And yeah, I'll be in touch. Have a great weekend, everyone.